Hey there. I'm Larry Mulmud, your dashing and charming and incredibly handsome instructor for Molt 127, creating user-centered content. And if you're fortunate enough to be enrolled in and taking this class, that's why you're seeing this video. Uh, Wanted to take a couple of minutes and explain a particular kind of assignment that you will be running into throughout the course of this course that requires a little bit of special explanation because it is not exactly like the others. And what I'm referring to is a blog type assignment. Um, if you've taken online courses before, you know there are many different types of components that you will encounter as you work your way through the course. There are course modules that contain learning assignments, reading assignments, written assignments, quizzes, so on and so forth. And there are also various tools that we can use, me as faculty and you as the student body taking the course, to communicate with me and with the rest of the student body who are involved in the course. Some of these tools that are used for communication, obviously things like email or chat, but in a more collaborative sense, there are tools like wikis and journals and, more to the point, in this case, blogs that allow us to communicate in a synchronous or asynchronous way and kind of collaborate as a community within the course and share ideas, experiences, or progress as we work through things like final projects or gear up for getting ready to do a final project or any other issues that may come up during the course of working your way through the class materials. There is, however, one particular thing that you need to know about a blog, and that is a blog, which is short for weblog, is usually a single user kind of deal. It's usually devoted to one person. It's got a single author. And in the Blackboard environment, which is what we all use to access these course materials, if I were to assign a certain number of points to a blog, that would apply to one student. For example, if I assigned a point value of 100 for doing a blog entry assignment, that one student who happened to accomplish that first would run away with all of those 100 points. So I had to figure out some way of making it possible for all of you who are in the class to contribute to the blog and to derive 10 points for every blog assignment. There are 10 blog assignments that you'll run into throughout the course of the course. Each one is worth 10 points, and that adds up to 100 points toward your final grade score. If you can see my main screen here, this is actually the course shell for the course that you will be taking starting August 22nd. It's kind of a work in progress, so I'm not going to take you through the whole thing. I will show you, however, the basic way of accessing the course blog if you ever need to get to it directly. If you'll notice off to the left, there's what we call the course menu. There are some menu items here, obviously one for the blog. If we click that and access it, we drill down directly to the blog area. There can be one or many blogs. In this case, we are going to all be sharing one blog, the Molt 127 blog. And if we drill down into that, we can see, this is a kind of a virgin course, and it doesn't have any entries yet because nobody's obviously started in on the class and made blog entries. So to demonstrate the process that you'll be using to complete blog type assignments, I'm going to flip over to a practice course that I've constructed. When you are in class mode and you're working your way through the various learning modules, all of your lessons will be found in what's known as a lesson folder. This contains all of your learning assignments, reading assignments, quizzes, so on and so forth, grouped by week. There's not much here because, again, this is just a dummy make-believe practice course, but I think it'll illustrate what you need to know about the process for completing a blog type assignment. If we drill down into the week 3 curriculum folder or directory, you'll see the only assignment here right now is a week 3 blog assignment. And what I've tried to do is whenever an assignment of this type comes up, I try and give you a link that you can click on that takes you directly to the course blog. And neatly enough, it also opens up in a separate window or tab so that you don't lose your place in the course, because you're going to need to get back to this blog assignment to complete it once you've made your blog entry. If you drill down into the actual assignment, it will take you directly to the blog. If we go back to the assignment, you can see in the course or in the assignment directions, I'm asking you to write 250 to 350 words on your favorite kind of pizza. Where you would order the pizza from, what size you would get, if you'd share it with other people, and of course, as with any pizza order, if you really care, you specify thin crust or deep dish, all of these very important details that you might be asked about when specifying your pizza preferences. So, having navigated to the blog, as you can see, the blog has no entries because, again, this is a make-believe shell. Nobody's contributed to it yet. And we are going to make a new blog entry by poking on the Create Blog Entry button, which brings us to an editing or authoring screen, in which case we can put in the title, My Pizza Preferences. I'm going to write an entry, and let me get myself out of the way here so you can see what I've written. And here I tell everybody, the class, because this is going to be available for general class viewing, that, hey, I would get a spicy Thai pizza. I know that sounds kind of weird, but that's what I like. As a matter of fact, I was in Crested Butte, Colorado a couple of months ago, and it was the most amazing pizza I had ever had. So that's what I like. Because I like it so much, I'd get an extra large pizza, and with a Thai pizza, of course, the only way to go is with thin crust. I would also, in the hope of getting some extra credit, let the instructor know that I would, of course, give the delivery guy a $20 tip, and because I'm a hog, I would pretty much share the pizza with no one. I'd eat the entire thing all by myself. Having entered in this text, navigate down a little bit and click on the Post Entry button, which commits my blog entry to the Molt 127 blog. And as you can see, we have a preview of the blog. If I want to get directly to that blog entry, you can see off to the right, there's a pane showing every blog entry by Lawrence Molnad. That's me, Larry Molnad, actually, if you want to be familiar. I click directly on that, and that gives me at the top of my browser window a URL that I can copy to my clipboard, because my next step here is to go back to the week 3 curriculum blog assignment, click on the blog assignment heading, which brings me into the assignment details section, where it tells me, among other things, the due date for the assignment and the amount of points possible, and again, the instructions for what I'm supposed to do in terms of creating and saving a blog assignment. Once I've done that, and since I have already created that and captured the URL of that blog entry to my clipboard, I will then click on the Write Submission function button, which opens up a text box where I can paste in that URL, and move myself out of the way again, of course, and click submit, and click it again if I have to. So this way, what I have done is I have not only created the blog entry in the Molt 127 blog, but I've also completed the week 3 blog assignment, and that lets me as an instructor know that A, you have completed the assignment as a student, and B, that you've done it either on or before the specified deadline date. It also gives me a nice URL that I can click in, go directly to your blog entry, and evaluate it and grade it, and hopefully give you full credit for completing the assignment if it fills all of the requirements of that blog type assignment. That is about everything you need to know about blog type assignments. Again, if we go back to our real course and drill down into our various subfolders of curriculum, we can see that there's a batch of stuff here: weekly 1 readings, some ancillary information, etiquette guidelines, basic information about how to submit a Blackboard assignment. It is the first week, and I want to give you guys as much information as possible about how to operate within the course. And there's also repeatedly information about how specifically to deal with blog assignments, what you need to do in terms of creating a blog entry, capturing that URL, pasting it into the submission box of the assignment, and completing it that way. For every blog assignment, I have also included and repeated those instructions because I know this kind of assignment may be a little bit unobvious at first. I don't want you guys to have problems with it. I want you to understand how to get credit for an assignment when you do complete it. And I think this video and the instructions that, or I hope, this video and the instructions that I'm providing will help you deal with this process a little bit better. If you have any questions about anything, don't sweat it. Shoot me an email, give me a call. All of my contact information is in the syllabus. And we'll try and be a little bit flexible the first week or two as we go through these assignments. If anything goes wrong, just let me know. We can work through it together. I can adjust your grade, that kind of thing. But I think it'll be pretty straightforward the first time you do it, after the first time you do it at least. And as I said, any questions, give me a holler and we'll work through it. And have fun doing your blog assignments. I think the blog is going to be a great tool for us to all kind of communally share our experiences and communicate our progress for various aspects of the course as we progress through the curriculum. And I hope you have fun with it. Thanks for bearing with this explanation. And again, any questions, email or call. Until next time, Larry, see you.